doesn't matter where you are, whether it's 99 or 10. That's an accomplishment.
Yes, I think so.
10. Music bot.
Oh, I'm queuing up some music myself, just on my own hard drive.
What's going on, guys?
Not too much. Just about ready to start this.
Is this a beta meeting?
Not necessarily. I mean, it has to do with beta members, but it also has to do with Tau because we're rotating some members into Tau and out of.
Okay.
But Nate, you're welcome in Tau Beta, no problem.
Thank you.
Nate's got to get his tickets in YGN before he's welcome in Tau Beta.
Do I still have a account in YGN?
Oh, yeah, you do. My officers are asking why you don't put up any numbers.
Oh. It's probably because I haven't played it since I come to Galactic Heroes. I can actually back out if that would make things better because I don't really get on it at all anymore. I'm moving right now, so things are kind of hectic.
Well, they're making their first attempt at a T7 if you want to stick around for that.
How many members are there now? Because whenever I started, there was only like 7.
I think it's at 30.
30.
Yeah, it'll be close.
I can start getting my getting tickets, just going in there and putting throwing energy at it. But I don't know. I just from being on Team Skunk, I just got burnt out like major. So whenever I came over here, I just decided to kind of chill and just enjoy the game.
Lay back a little bit.
Yeah.
Wish I could do that.
I could understand like if the it's just my alt account. Like I don't know. It just seems that crazy. So. What time does your meeting start for beta? Hello.
You're fired.
Hello.
Vote of no confidence was placed.
Yeah, we agreed upon a .rar.
I like how you just accept that. You're just like, oh well, sorry. Oh.
All right, is anybody looking at the stream? Want to make sure that it's all working now.
What stream? Oh.
A little bit. For my first like live stream, I think it's okay.
So where's the gameplay?
You know, I talked about that, thought I could like show some footage of me playing like Galactic War, but I feel like that's kind of boring and also distracting. So I opted out of it.
I don't
Yeah, nobody
understand.
wants to watch you
Is this
play.
a meeting? Did I join
Uh,
a meeting, or are we doing some fun stuff? Fancy. Is it like a lotto system? Can I pick the names out of a hat? Am I still Scuba Steve? Awesome. That's all that matters.
All right, I do not see Apo yet.
Chose not to come. PM'd me earlier, said it was not going to be fun.
Of course. Yeah, I'm ready to go. So, Darth Tull, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me.
Good to hear it. So, first of all, let's start with how was it? Let's just give you an open-ended, how was your experience?
I think the experience was really great. Everybody in Tau is awesome and willing to help. I know from coming from beta, you know, we kind of learned the importance of the 600 tickets per day and kind of the just basics of squad, you know, getting squads together for what raids we're doing and what phase of the raid. But to actually see a well-oiled machine with everybody being 85, you know, and just tearing through raids like they're nothing, it was an eye-opener.
Yeah, so does it change the way you choose to focus your teams, or do you more or less have the same goal that you had when you started?
It's easy, I think, in the game to get lost with all the characters and the options and stuff. But truly, it's easier to focus. You know, that I've learned now through Tau, like focus on what your strengths are going in, what your highest characters are, best squad you have available, and then just focus on them. You know, and get them where they need to be, and then start other projects as they get to where you kind of top out, or you kind of get stuck. You know, move on and do little side projects or whatever with other characters to get them up.
Yeah, I hear you. It's hard to balance the two. Was there anything difficult about being in Tau that you didn't really have the issue in beta?
Well, heroic raids are for real. I mean, you know, I barely had enough 7-star characters to participate, and I wasn't discouraged by that because, I mean, I'm leagues behind everybody that's in Tau, and I was just fortunate enough to be part of that raid. Biggest part is just you got to focus on the rules for that raid specific. I mean, whether it's one hit only or, you know, whatever, 0 damage to enter, you really need to read and get on Discord and participate all the time. It's vital.
Yeah, was there anything that anybody like said or that you saw from any of the members that helped you grow? Like, what kind of exiting information do you have to strengthen your team from this experience?
I think the biggest thing is to really focus on the screenshots that everybody provides for their raid teams, the squads they put in, and the damage they were able to do, and like who they put in as lead. That alone, looking at that, has helped me extremely, just to focus in and hone in on certain leadership abilities and things that I didn't really know before or didn't really understand. I mean, just looking at people's teams, you know, that they're running and the amount of damage they're able to do, is like, wow, that's what I want. I'm closest to that. It gives you a sense of focus, you know?
For sure. Moko's team with the P2 droids, that's definitely like doing over 2 million damage on the heroic. That's crazy. What about like how you look at this game as you did entering Tau Beta and then entering into Tau? How has your view of the game changed from playing before entering the guild and GGC and all of that? How has your experience changed?
Well, to answer that, I'm going to kind of go back to the very beginning. I mean, I got the game basically through the App Store just because of my love for the Star Wars story and everything growing up as a kid. And I got into a bunch of different guilds, and they were nowhere near as organized as we are. And it was just a struggle. They seemed like their higher members were kind of focused on their needs, and the raids were all like heroic. And then everybody else that was in their 40s and 50s was kind of just left out. We couldn't even get into the raids. I got into Tau through Team Skunk, and Moko was actually my recruiter when I came in. And then as we left there, you know, I followed her with the Tau brothers and stuff and stuck with it. And I mean, it's just it's just crazy how, you know, you evolve and you grow passionate about the game and just always trying to get better and better and increase your characters, their gear, everything. It becomes pretty addicting.
Yeah, for sure. I always tell people that I started the game not thinking very much about it because, honestly, I've never gotten very into any mobile game, and then suddenly I play it and I realize it's a pretty deep mobile game, and for it to spark as much stuff as it does with, like, GGC or, like the whole Team Skunk stuff that kind of happened over time. It's really interesting. Do you have any tips that you would give people entering into the beta rotation program?
Well, just don't get discouraged. I mean, this takes time. You're not going to just conquer in one day, and you're going to see people that are, you know, have been playing for a lot longer than you, and you just have to realize that. And don't go out and blow all kinds of money to try to catch up or anything like that. And there's also, like, if you're going to spend money, learn how to spend it wisely. Learn how to use your crystals wisely, because I mean, there's stuff that's way overpriced.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, just don't get discouraged. I mean, this.
Alright, so let's see what else is on the list. Perfect. So, did you notice any change in the amount that you used Discord? Like, entering into the program, did you use it fairly frequently, or do you use it a lot more after the program?
Well, going in, Discord was new to me. I'd never used it before. I didn't really understand how it applied, you know, to the game itself, because there's the in-game chat that I was so used to using, and I kept seeing everybody say, like, look guys, you need to go over to Discord, you don't understand. So I took their advice and I went, and then you just take time and you go through all the different channels and media resources and just the 24/7. I mean, we got members from all over the world, and there's always somebody there that may have the answer to a question or something you're stumbling on in game. It's a vital resource to how we work.
Yeah, for sure. I remember the first time that I started using the Discord server, I felt kind of overwhelmed with so much information that was going on at once, but once I got caught up on that stuff, it was really different. But after being rotated in, do you use it any more often than you did when you first started using Discord for the guild?
Usually, to be honest with you, like, I go to Discord first, look for any new announcements or any new postings, and then I go ahead and load up the game and do whatever I'm trying to accomplish at that point, just making sure, you know, as a team, nothing's changed or nothing has gone on since the last time I got on game.
For sure.
But to honestly answer the question, like, yeah, I mean, I'm always on Discord. Even I mean, I spend time reading. You can learn so much just reading about what other people are talking about, or how they're, modding up certain players, or tunes or whatever. I mean, it's basically, it's never ending knowledge pool there.
Yeah, for sure. I've definitely gotten a lot of really good information on like team composition, or definitely mods. Like when I first started, I didn't really realize just how powerful mods were, because at the time I didn't have the ability to farm those challenges to get the really good 5-dot mods. So I definitely think that for newcomers, there's a lot of untapped potential, and definitely the point of beta is to get people on a really solid start and just like reveal these secrets to them and get them top ranked in arena, because that definitely helps with the crystal issue.
Well, back to what you were saying about learning about mods, I was getting kind of frustrated as a player because, every series of mods takes a required squad or a set of characters to be able to get in and battle for 5-star mods. And I didn't have any of that. But what I did have was enough to at least get the health mods. So while I was in Tau, one of the guys is like, hey, get those health mods, man. I mean, it's something. It's better. The difference between what you're running now and those 5-dot mods is extreme. Even if they're just all health, go with it. And I did. And now, as of today, I got my 6-star Palpatine, man. I'm rolling right along. It's awesome.
Yeah, glad to hear it. Congrats on that. I think that's pretty much it for the questions that I have for you. You answered a lot of it. Would you have any feedback on the rotation program? Would you change anything about it, or do you think it can be improved in some way?
To be honest with you, I thought it was very well done. I wouldn't change anything. I do want to say to the rest of Tau Beta, like, when you get this chance, don't squander it. I mean, those Han Solo shards and Obi-Wan shards are precious at our point in this game. So, and be thankful. I mean, you guys are doing this for us as a favor. You're allowing us to get into that elite avenue of the gameplay. I mean, I was just tickled throughout the whole process. So I definitely didn't want you guys to think I was taking it for granted, because I was super thankful for everything you did.
Definitely. I mean, I would love to be able to get more people those raid character shards or get more gear, but it's tough. I mean, we need to have a well-oiled machine, and the idea is that we can hopefully get people more on that page so that we can create beta as this self-sufficient machine that's also tackling the heroic AAT or the T7 Rancor and any other raids that may pop up. And it seems like we got you guys, well, a lot of you guys seem to be pretty good on ships, so I hope that you guys are able to get those Zeta materials and start those like Zader teams, or those, say, Cody Zeta teams. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's actually kind of a side project I'm doing. If I see shards available on any of the clone guys, I grab them up when I can. But as far as like the ship go, man, hit up Mage Ducky up there. He's like, he can move things with his mind, with his ship knowledge. That guy is very knowledgeable, and he can answer anything you may have about what ships to put together. He's really good.
Yeah, for sure. Does this change anything that you're going to be doing differently in beta? Like, are you focusing on any teams more specifically than you were before, or is it more or less the same? Which, hey, I'd understand if you had the same goals entering it as when you exited, because sometimes you already have a plan and you've got priorities.
Well, to be honest with you, the leaders of Tau had me pretty well prepared on the path had chosen, with my Tebow-led team for Rancor and whatnot. And, throughout my time, I've focused on getting Qui-Gon up, to match up with my 7-star Tebow, and I'm trying to gear Tebow. So I think you just kind of pick what you can. Start with Rancor, get you a solid team that you can put up good damage. And then once you feel confident in that, kind of work on a side project during that, towards the HA or the heroic AAT raid. And you just can't get frustrated. You got to focus on one path at a time. There's just too much time to get each character where you want them. Just kind of try to focus in on one avenue and then master that and then move forward.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you have a good head on your shoulders to move forward, so that's perfect. So yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed the experience, and I've appreciated all the feedback I've gotten from you. Definitely, if anybody else wants to ask him any more questions, I'd encourage other people to participate as well. Any takers? Anyone? I'm gonna open this up into like a after party chat if anyone is. Oh yes. Thank you, Moko, for reminding me. So I also wanted to announce who we've got rotating into. Yeah, we gotta find a drum roll program. So who we've got rotating into the Tau program now. Do we have him joining us? We've got him. All right. Thank you, Raven. All right, so next up is Buffoon and Olgan. If I said those names correctly. I've never heard you pronounce them, but hopefully I didn't butcher them. Like
it was correct.
Okay, good.
I pronounced it buffoon.
Okay, good. Because sometimes I get like Vermouth?
I got one more thing to add to the Tau Beta brothers coming in. Pay close attention to when attack times are and things like that, because this isn't like our beta raids. I mean, these guys will make grease stains out of the pigs. I mean, you got to get your damage in and get it in when everybody else is getting in too, because you won't even post if you don't.
That's some solid advice.
Well,
Thanks for the advice.
It's something.
Yeah, no problem. It's not like our raids, man. I mean, these guys can solo these raids, so you got to get your damage in and get it in fast. Do not delay. Like, immediately do your attack, post on the board, and then watch that thing drop in a heartbeat.
You're getting me all excited right now.
All right, so Buffoon and Olgan, definitely, if you've got any questions for them, go ahead and ask them now. And once we're done drilling Darth Tull for all his juicy secrets, then we'll open it up for general voice chat and theory crafting, just a general hangout.
What was the best you got out of the experience?
Well, it's pretty much like I said, pay close attention to the teams that they're running when they do their screenshots for the specific raid that they're doing. You'll learn so much just looking at the teams they put together and the synergies they're working with to create such high damage. And then kind of look at that and see what you have and see what you're closest to. Don't go shooting for something that you maybe only 2-star of or something. But if you got something that's close, 6-star, 5-star, start building it up a little bit as a side project, or work on like the one team you have that is as closest to what they have. You know what I'm saying?
What about rewards? Were they much better?
Oh man, yeah, the rewards are really good for heroic. Even where I was posting in the lower tier of the rewards, I mean, just those Han Solo shards and Obi-Wan shards are so precious right now. I mean, because it's such a long farm, just to have those, at my rank of 74, almost 75, to have even some of those now is awesome for me.
Yeah, that definitely, it gets me on a point where I want to encourage all of our beta members for sure to keep working on their teams and not to get sidetracked. You got to have a good balance of both, but to keep going with your Rancor team will get us that much closer to working on T7 consistently, and those Tier 7 rewards, they give you so much more. Like, you'll get a lot more guild currency just by doing that, and then you also have more chance for a lot. Like, the amount of gear that you get is really nice too.
Yeah, but I mean, it's quite simple to put on a basic Rancor team. I mean, you only need T-Bow and Qui-Gon Jinn, and those are readily farmable for anybody. I think if you have that core already, you can get a long way in just getting your damage in.
Definitely, and we've got some beta members that are doing quite a bit of damage already, so I think we're going to be working on the Tier 7 pit pretty soon, and then it's just a matter of like getting our ships ready so that we can have good characters and good teams ready for the AAT. But hey, even without ships, you can get the characters and the materials for that team, so there's always something to work on.
Can I add something?
Did you guys notice increase in the arena squad arena? Like before you entered, did you do better after right now than when you entered?
Well, my best arena team was my Rebel squad, and that was the best squad I had, and the one that I've been focusing on basically for the Palpatine event. So it really, I mean, just the mod advice I got, getting those mods on those characters and just beefing up their damage and things like that has got my arena rank up there. And but more important is just focusing on that team, just really pump them up, gear them up, get them where they're going to be doing what you want them to do, and then start focusing on other things. Don't get, it's easy to get sidetracked with all these new characters popping out and all this stuff. Don't chase things. Just hone in on something and work on it. And also, while you're there, see how many people can accept you as an ally. I mean, you're talking level 85 geared players that can help you get to that next level in all your battles. So take that and send it out there and try to get those allies too.
Yeah, I don't mind making a spot for people that actually need to do like the dark side 9B stuff and things like that.
Yeah, you're honestly going to...
A few people have those high characters. You need to get past some of those very hard fights.
Yeah, you're going to benefit more from having them as your allies than you're going to have me as your ally, because I run HK47 most of the time, and his leader ability doesn't really help much other than other droids, and my light side team is not very impressive, so I don't even know who I've got as my lead. So definitely other Tau members are great resources to get you through light side, dark side battles.
Well, guys, if you don't have any more questions for me, I've got to go on to fatherly duties around my house here, but before I just wanted to thank everybody for what they did for me and answering my questions and accepting me as an ally. You guys have been nothing but great. That's great things to say about you all.
Good, glad to hear it. All right, so before we open it up for general discussion, I wanted to remind everybody that there's going to be a GGC town hall kind of meeting going on, and that is going to be at 11 Pacific time or 1900 GMT, and that's the #1 town hall meeting. There's also going to be another one which is going to be at 1900 PST.
By the way, Jen, weren't you like a Grand Visor or something?
He doesn't hear you.
Yeah, probably. He's ignoring me.
Everyone ignores you.
Yeah, I know. Somebody has to.
Rip and pepperoni. No, he's probably at work, I guess.
Yeah, because he was in the channel. He just joined, so.
Fucking Cody, Zeta team, and Galactic War. Oh.
What does he actually do? I haven't actually come across that one yet. Nor did I have.
He gives like his basic leader ability gives like crit chance or something, and some other stuff that I don't know. But yeah, his data gives 5% protection back on every basic clones too.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be annoying. Yeah, I only seen a few Rex teams in my chart that are countering or trying to counter the Vader influx, but not many people have them really high on speed. There's some dude who actually is on 3rd place now, and he has his his Rex is like I think it has like 92 speed on it.
That's nice.
Yeah, besides his base speed, whatever that may be. I have Rex unlocked, but I never use
I
it.
got only one on my chart with a full clone team, and all clones are Zetaed, and he gets like maybe top 10 every day.
Yeah, I mean, I've come across even before there were people that were using a full clone team without the Zetas, but yeah, they
All
weren't
right.
really an issue for me.
I'm ending the live stream now, so thank you all for joining us, and I'm glad I got all this information for all of these people. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.